Hi, Ryan. It's very nice to meet you.
Hi there, very nice to meet you too.
Thank you. Do you mind if you could just introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, sure. My name's Ryan. I got my CELTA in 2019, and after that, I taught in Thailand. So same as you need to. So maybe
Right.
that's something we can talk about.
Yeah.
Um, came home during the pandemic to Scotland.
Mhm. Okay.
Scotland's right at the top of the UK. It's really cold.
Yeah.
And then now I work for the local government, teach English classes during the day, and
Awesome.
I play badminton. I've got a 1-year-old son who is almost 2, so he keeps
Awesome.
me quite busy.
Yes.
And I like reading, playing football. And that's it. Yeah, thank you.
That's great. Thank you, Ryan. So, of course, my name is Neetu, and I'm also a tutor on Cambly. I've been on there for 3 years. 3 years
Mhm.
now. So that's mainly what I do during the day. And I set up this channel 3 months ago just to help learners to access English and to learn some phrases and grammar. So it's quite a new
Yeah,
channel, but it's going well. I'm enjoying it so far. That's
yeah, it
great.
sounds fun. Was it your first time making a YouTube video or a
Yeah,
YouTube kind of series? Yeah.
that's right.
Ah.
Yeah, it's just something that I had in my mind for a long time that I really wanted to do.
Mhm.
So I finally just went for it. And yeah, it's actually a lot of work, much more than I
Yeah.
realized. Yeah, but it's good. It's enjoyable as well. So I have 3 boys. So they are 14, 15, and 24. So 2 of them are here with me in Thailand, in Bangkok.
Hmm.
The other, my eldest son is he was in Nottingham University. Now he's
Hmm.
in London. He's just graduated.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yeah, so we've been here for 14 years in Thailand now.
14 years. Oh, wow. Okay. So
Um,
your boys, they must speak very good Thai by now.
well, they did because they were learning it
Mhm.
at school, but now they've dropped it and they're doing Chinese and Japanese. So it's
Oh,
slightly
cool.
different now. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
love
great.
different
Yeah.
languages.
So do you mind, Ryan, if I just ask about your time in Thailand? So you said that you were here. So
Yep.
how long were you here for and what were you doing here, please?
Well, I wanted to spend about a year in Thailand, but because we had COVID, I ended up having to come home early.
Right.
So I went out, I think it was February, March 2019,
Mm-hmm.
and I worked in Lopburi. Have you heard of Lopburi or have you been there
Lovely. I've
before?
heard of it, but I haven't been there. It's quite far from here,
Yeah.
I think.
Is it? Okay. So yeah, it's like the monkey capital. So they had lots of monkeys running around, which was good fun. I went there because I really like monkeys, so I
Oh,
wanted to
I
see the
see.
monkeys.
Yes.
Yeah. And they had a temple where the monkeys were quite peaceful, and
Mhm.
then they had the kind of shopping area where you can buy food or buy clothes, and the monkeys were less peaceful there. So if you
Yeah,
had some food, they might try and grab it out your hands or try and take some clothes.
I see.
So yeah, I was there, I think, for about 7 months.
Yeah.
I taught in a high school there. It was really, really busy. So there was about, I think, maybe 40 students to a class and
Okay.
really varied levels. So you had some classes were just kind of pre-literacy, couldn't really read or write. Some classes that were really, really good, really strong. So a really big mixture of classes. And it was good fun. I liked it. It was always kind of funny to chat to the students and help them
That's
practice their
true.
English.
Was it a
The
mixed
weather
school as well?
was a mix. I was all Thai students,
Okay, right. Yeah. And boys and girls as well.
boys and girls. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
I think it was a military school, so it was quite serious.
I see. So how did you apply for that, Ryan? Was that from Scotland or did you come to Thailand and then apply for that job?
That was from Scotland, so I went on TEFL.com, which is when you have your TEFL qualification. It's where you go to look for jobs. I think. Have you used it before?
I haven't. No, no, I
Mhm.
haven't. Yeah.
So and
So, yeah. So
I
was
really
Thailand?
wanted to.
Sorry, go on.
Yes, that's okay. Sorry, you go.
Oh, thank you. Was Thailand your first choice? Was it where you wanted to go?
I really wanted to work in Russia, in St. Petersburg or Moscow or something. But typically you needed about a year worth of experience. So I
Mm-hmm.
thought I'll go out to Thailand, I'll do my year there, and then maybe next year I can apply for somewhere in Russia.
I see. Wow.
Yeah.
What would you say was the best part of that experience, being in Thailand?
I think lots of things. If I have to choose just one, I think I had really good fun with my students. So try to end each class with a game. There was one game we did where we set up like a market. So every student had their own market stall, and other
Okay.
students could go around and haggle. So they'd say, "Can I buy these pens? Oh no, these pens are too ugly, or these pens are
Wow.
too expensive."
Yeah.
And students were laughing. I thought it was quite funny. So I just enjoyed
Yeah.
kind of having that fun with the students and that connection, I think.
That's great. Yeah. Wow. Sounds amazing. Yeah. So after that, you went back to Scotland. Is that right?
Back to Scotland, that's right, yeah.
Okay. And which part of Scotland are you from, please?
So I was born in Paisley, which is a small town outside Glasgow, but I grew up in Linlithgow, which is hard for me as a native speaker to say. So I don't know how it is for students when I say that. But
Right.
Linlithgow, small town, maybe 12,000 people.
Okay. I see. I've not heard of it. Yeah. So I've never actually been to Scotland, even though I grew up in the UK, in London. So it's always been somewhere I wanted to go. And I like your accent. It's really nice. It's quite soft. It's a soft accent.
Oh,
So,
thank you.
yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I worry about it because I think it's not as easy to understand as the kind of English accent, but thank you. Yeah, you should definitely visit. We've got beautiful hills. I'm going to say beautiful weather, but it's very, very grey and cloudy today, so maybe not. Not as nice as your Thailand weather, don't think.
Yeah. Right. So you haven't had the heat wave like in London and England, yeah?
We've had like, the past few weeks it's been 28, 29, which has felt pretty hot for me. So it's not quite the heat down south, but it still felt very, very warm.
Right. I see.
What about you guys? Has it been a warm summer in
Here
Thailand or
it's
a warm
well
season?
now it's 29, which is quite, you know how it is in Thailand. It's quite cool for Thailand because it's rainy season. So most evenings it rains, yeah. And sometimes when I'm on Cambly, sometimes, you know, it rains and then the power goes off and it's kind of quite dramatic, yeah. But yeah, so it rains most days. And you know, the rain is so different. It's so heavy and kind of like it lasts for a few hours, like sometimes through the night, but it's actually welcome. So when I was in England, I hated the rain. Here I love it because it cools down the, you know, the climate. It makes it really, really nice. Yeah. So we've been here a long time. So my two boys are at school here. They're in an international school here. And and they're really enjoying it as well. So I saw from your profile, Ryan, that you speak Chinese as well. Yeah.
I speak. My wife is from China, so I speak a little bit of Chinese. Yeah.
Great. Okay. How did you teach? How did you learn Chinese? Did you learn yourself, or was it through an app?
Yeah. Originally, I went to the Confucius Institute in Edinburgh, where they kind of had formal lessons. But since my son was born, I've been a little bit lazy, so I don't travel for classes anymore. So there's an app called Drops, where you can learn vocabulary, and then I use YouTube videos, podcasts. I've actually found ChatGPT quite useful. I don't know if you've ever tried it for language learning.
No, I haven't actually. Usually it's just Duolingo. I'm trying to learn French on that, but do you recommend ChatGPT?
Cool. Yeah. Maybe not entirely, but little bits and pieces it's quite useful for, I think. Yeah.
That's really good.
Thank you. How long have you been learning French for?
So I did it in school till I was 18. And then after, like when I went to uni and everything, it got really rusty and I haven't kept in touch with it. So just in the last year or two, about a year and a half, I would say, I just thought, you know, it's a shame to know a language and then to lose touch with it. So I just thought, let me try and revive it. Yeah. So it just came from that. And it's actually stored somewhere in my mind, I think. It's kind of coming back slowly, some of the old phrases and things like that. But
I feel like, I don't know if you get many French students. I feel like it's quite nice when you have a student and you try and speak their language and they can say, okay, the teacher's learning too. And I don't know, I feel like it makes them feel more confident sometimes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think because of the time zone, I don't get many European students. Yeah. But yeah, so my students are mainly Chinese, Japanese, some from Saudi Arabia as well, and yeah, like a mix, really. Yeah. How about you? Where are your students from, really?
So I guess I usually teach after 5
Okay.
p.m. in the UK. So mostly Saudi Arabia, as you say, it's kind of, I think that's kind of the peak time then.
Yeah.
If I teach earlier, obviously get Japanese, Chinese students as well.
I see.
Um,
Right.
yeah.
And how long have you been teaching on Cambly? Has it been a few years
On
or?
Cambly. So I've been kind of on and off, but I've taught here for about 4 years since I came
Okay.
back for COVID. So when I first came back, I think for the first few months in Scotland during the pandemic, I was
Yeah.
waiting for another job to start. So I taught quite a lot then.
Right.
And then once I sort of had a 9 to 5 job, I kind of dipped in and out of Cambly. But
Mm-hmm.
I've got a couple of students that I see on a Saturday, one from Japan actually, that
Yeah.
I feel like I've built up quite a good relationship with and taught them for
Mm-hmm.
a long time. So I
Yeah.
still come on Saturday and teach those students, and it's quite nice. It kind of feels like chatting with a friend or catching up with a friend
Yeah.
rather than an English class now. So
That's great.
I like
It's
that
really
element of it.
nice. You do build up a connection, don't you, with your students? Yeah. Over
Yeah, I feel like
time.
it does. It does make it easier if you know them quite well, and you can say, "How was your week this week?" or
Yeah.
"How are you feeling?" Hmm.
That's excellent. Wow. And also, do you have any Chinese students? So, like, they would probably be really impressed that you're learning Chinese and you're learning
If they can
fluency.
understand my Chinese, they're impressed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not anymore. I used to have, well, I've got a few that I kind of see irregularly. I used
Mm-hmm.
to have a student who was going to university in Warwick. So I worked with her for about a year to kind of improve her English.
Yeah.
And my wife really likes Chinese dramas. So,
Okay.
and she also liked Chinese dramas. So I talked to her about all the dramas I was watching.
Yeah.
So that was quite nice. And she had some good recommendations as well. So that was quite good fun. And I saw her for about a year. But
Yeah.
she's in university now, hopefully passing. So yeah, we don't have the Cambly sessions now.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. It is nice when you come on and you see familiar faces, isn't it?
I think
On
so, yeah.
Monday. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really
you
good.
must have some students that come back to you, I would imagine.
Yeah, I have actually. Yeah. Some all different kind of, I have a student who takes sessions from her car. So in like during her
Mhm.
lunch break, she'll get into her car and she'll just do half an hour.
Yeah,
So she's in China, and then I've got a
that's
few
pretty cool.
Japanese students as well. Yeah. And one student came back from a trip recently to Mongolia. So she's telling me about that this morning. So that
Wow,
was really
yeah,
interesting. Yeah, like some of them, like they travel a lot as well to different places.
that sounds really cool. Yeah, and it's nice to kind of hear about different cultures and different experiences.
It is. It really is, isn't it? Yeah. And I think it's really good. It's really good for us as well to learn about different cultures. And
Yeah,
yeah,
I always find
yeah,
it interesting. I got
yeah.
told about a Saudi Arabian wedding the other day. Um,
Okay.
I'm not sure if this was just this one student or if it's a typical culture, but
Mm-hmm.
the young woman was saying that the husband, the bride and the groom are separate for most of the night, and then at the end of the night they
Right.
come together,
Yeah.
and everyone has a kind of party in the sort of
Yeah.
main room. And she was saying they come together at 4 a.m. So I was thinking, wow, it sounds so late at night. Um,
Yeah.
so
4
I don't know if
a.m.
that's
Wow.
4 a.m. Yeah, I was like, I'll be in bed long before then.
Yeah. That's true. Wow. And of
It
course,
sounds
some
really
cultures,
interesting.
like I'm from India originally, so
Hmm.
in the Indian culture, they have like some of the weddings go on for like 1 week or like 3 or 4 days. They have
Hmm.
different events on different days. Yeah.
That
So
sounds like good fun. Have you been to an Indian wedding before?
I have, yeah, I've been to a few. I'm actually going
Yeah.
to my nephew's wedding that's in England though, not in India,
Mhm.
in September, like in about 2 weeks. Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's
So,
soon. Yeah.
yeah, so he's getting married to this girl that he met in university,
Oh,
and they've
nice.
been together for about 4 years. Yeah, so he's young.
Mhm.
He's only 24. Quite
Oh,
young.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's quite sweet. And are they doing the week-long wedding or just one
Yeah.
day?
Well, no. So we're actually that tends to be like the Hindu wedding. So I'm like Christian. So the Christian
Okay.
weddings are just the normal church weddings, and
Just
then you
one
have
day.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just the 1 day thing. But it will go on probably till about midnight or
Yeah. Oh,
one.
that sounds good fun.
Yeah,
I've got my fingers crossed the weather improves for you then when
I
you
know.
come.
That's the one thing where it's so unpredictable, isn't it?
Hmm.
With the weather. Yeah, that's great. So, what would you say, Ryan, in terms of like someone who's learning English? I always like to ask this to tutors, like, do you have any tips or any suggestions for them to improve? What would you say? Like, say if they're beginner level, how would you advise a student of yours to make progress?
Yeah, that's quite a hard question, actually, Neetu.
Yeah.
I think
Depends on the student as well, doesn't it?
yeah, it definitely does. I think for quite a lot of people, if you learn a language in school, maybe you can be quite good at reading and writing, but it can be quite difficult to hear the language and understand it and then speak fluently. So maybe just practice listening to the language. So you can watch a TV show or listen to an interesting YouTube video. So I just get comfortable hearing the language, and then kind of makes your brain a little bit faster in terms of translation and then speaking, I think.
Yeah, that's true, isn't
I
it?
would say that. Yeah.
And you're kind of
Go for
picking up
that.
a lot of different words when you watch movies and when you,
Yeah, whenever, because I still watch the Chinese dramas, whenever I understand something, I get so excited. I say to my wife, "Oh, I know what he just said," or "Oh, I know what she just said."
Yeah, and you feel really proud, I'm sure, when you picked up a phrase or something.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? What's your number one tip? Can you use it?
Yeah. So one thing I would say is just like listen to podcasts, immerse yourself in it as much as you can. So I can really tell, like, some students, they kind of invest time in their learning, whereas others don't have time. Probably they're busy working, they don't have the same time. So and the other thing is, I always say, like, try to learn a couple of phrases every week, if as much as you can, like, if you feel that's whatever is doable for you, and try and use them when you speak. So it could be something really simple. Like, I have this student, he's recently become a dad in Japan, and he said to me, my wife had morning sickness, and how do you say that sometimes she's okay, sometimes she's not? So I just said she's up and down. You could just say she's up and down. So, like, every time I speak to him, he's like, oh, she's up and down. So it's just like using ways to express yourself in different ways that you think is a good idea. And also maybe just get to, like, know the basics, like the grammar, the tenses and things like that, the basics, so that you're expressing yourself properly, and then the rest comes. I think the first thing is knowing the basics and then going on to vocabulary and things like that.
So, I feel like it depends what you want as well. Like, if you want to go to university or speak English really accurately, then I would say at some point start looking at grammar. But I think if you just want to speak or just travel, then just focusing on speaking is okay. Because I think if you can communicate well and get your point across, then
that's really good. So I have a student who said to me she wants to learn small talk because she has to talk to, colleagues at work and things like that. So you're right. It just depends on the need, doesn't it? Yeah, that's really true.
Totally.
Yeah. So do you mind me asking, Ryan, how did you meet your wife? Was it were you traveling in China, or did you meet her in a different place or in Scotland?
I just met her in Scotland. So she was doing her PhD in Edinburgh, which is the capital city. And even though I'm from Scotland, I don't go there very often. So we were kind of chatting a little bit, and she said, I'll show you around Edinburgh. So she showed me around my own capital, and we just sort of went from there.
Yeah, you just clicked. That's amazing. So did you get married in Scotland, or was it somewhere else?
So we did kind of both. So because we had a very small ceremony in Scotland. So it was actually just my mum and my grandparents and a couple of her friends there. Then in China we did much bigger kind of ceremony. So there was lots and lots of families there. I did the little speech in Chinese. So
that's really good, impressive.
I don't know how much people could understand of it, but I did it. And that was great fun, because you sort of chat to everyone and people were quite excited, and it was a nice sort of introduction to Chinese culture.
That's excellent. Wow. And then did you always decide that you wanted to move to Scotland and live there?
So I guess interesting you say that, because I was going to ask about your son. We're going to live in Scotland for about another year, so till September 2026.
Right.
And then we're hoping to move to China for a few years and work there. And hopefully my
Okay.
son can learn a little bit of Chinese and see his Chinese grandparents because he only sees them once a year.
Right.
So we've
I
kind of got
see.
that timeline that this is our
Yeah.
sort of last year in Scotland. But I know that my parents will be very sad when I leave and their grandson leaves as well and their daughter-in-law
Yeah.
leaves.
Mhm.
Do you find it difficult having a son halfway across the world, or do you
I
find it
do.
okay?
He left here when he was 14, and he
14,
went
yeah.
to boarding school in England. And
Hmm.
even that, like a lot of my friends were like, what are you doing sending him to boarding school? Like it's like some kind of punishment. So he actually, when we talked to him about it, he was quite happy because my parents live there. My parents live in
Hmm.
London, and my sister and her family, and we have like friends and other relatives. So
Yeah.
he he was 10 when we moved here, so he was quite happy to go
Hmm.
back. And like they have the exit weekends where they have to leave school, so he would
Hmm.
go to my parents' house or my sister's house. So, but I think the hard part was for me. I think I really struggled. I remember on the plane back, I was like in floods of tears,
I
and
know.
my husband was like, "You knew
Yeah.
that he was going. What's wrong with you?" But it's just that emotional, connection. I think I miss him more than he misses me. But I have to say, having said that, once like with I found with him that once he passed 18, and it was a different relationship. It's more like
Hmm.
emotional support, and he has his girlfriend, so just kind of helping him with, he'll say, what do you think about this, mom? So it's more like a friendship now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
I think like he does miss us now, but we try and go, like we're going now, and then we try and go every summer as well.
Yeah.
But and I think in the future we'll move back, because that's where home is, really. That's where I grew up, and that's where
Yeah.
we've got family. And I'm just aware that my parents are aging. They're in their late
Hmm.
70s. So yeah.
Get back in Spain. And it must be nice for your son to have a close relationship with them as well.
Yeah,
And yes, they're not
exactly.
kind of there
Yeah.
by themselves.
It's really nice. They're at that age now where they're a little bit unsteady sometimes on their feet, so he's
Yeah.
able to be there and just help them a bit as well, which I think is really nice. Yeah, he feels like he's got a bit of a role as well, rather than just kind of like taking up a room in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
That's
been
quite
really
nice.
nice.
Because they must miss you, I guess. Because I guess that's the
Yeah.
same thing as you're in Thailand and they're in
Yeah.
England. So.
It's interesting you said about moving away, Rain, because when we left, my kids, my younger two were 1.5 and
Hmm.
8 months old.
Yeah.
So I think they found that really difficult. It was kind of, I remember at the airport, we were all really emotional because, we planned to stay for 2 years, and we just ended up
Hmm.
staying and staying. And then my husband's job, he's in IT, it just got extended and extended. So, I think it's always hard for the people
Yeah.
that are left behind, isn't it?
Hmm.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
So
Yeah.
it must be
But
hard for them to be so far away from their grandsons. But I guess now they've got your older son, so
yeah,
balances it out.
exactly. And my sister has 2 children, so she's just a year older than me, and her kids are in their 20s. So that's the nephew that's
Yeah.
getting married soon.
Oh,
So
nice.
they're close to my parents as well. So I think I think it's become like they've got used to it now. But hopefully they're coming
Yeah.
here in October. That's the plan.
Yeah.
They'll come here. Yeah, it's
I was
been
about
about
to
seven
ask.
years. Yeah.
So, yeah. So they travel like once every kind of 7 years or kind
It
of
used to be every
infrequently?
6 months, but then
Yeah.
I think with age and then the pandemic, it just became less and less. And now they've got lots
Yeah.
of hospital appointments and things they have to think about. So, yeah, the last time was when my dad was 70, and now he's 77. So this is the longest gap that they haven't been. Yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, so I've got a real kind of idea about you. I just wanted to ask, Ryan, are there any expressions that, people listening who would like to know, any Scottish expressions or anything that you use kind of in your day-to-day life that we wouldn't
Yeah.
know?
Maybe I might actually write it for you because it's gonna be hard to say. The other
Okay.
day, I took my students to like an ice cream shop. We have a summer program, so
Okay.
my students in Scotland, we can go out and do activities over the summer.
That's
And we went into this
lovely.
ice cream shop, and it was very very busy. And one of
Right.
my students said, "Oh, it's hotching in here," and that's a very Scottish thing to say. It's hotching, so maybe or hotching. So maybe write it for you.
Okay.
So it's H
Hoaching. When
O
I had
A
that, I
C
heard
H.
scorching, but it's not
Yeah.
hoaching.
Hotching, they meet
Oh,
very, very busy. Can't move from how busy it
I
is. It's
see.
hotching in
Wow.
here.
So is it quite common, would you say, that expression? Or
I think if you said it in Scotland, people
yeah.
would know what you meant. I don't suspect in England or other places they'd have no idea
I've
what you're
heard of
talking
it.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds nice though. It's got a nice ring to it. This word, yes.
So if anyone comes to Scotland, you can say that, and people will
Right.
respect you. They'll think, "Wow, it's got a good
Yeah.
native expression."
That's great. Yeah, and of course, like the shortbread, Scottish shortbread that you get everywhere, and haggis. I've never tried it, but it's famous, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
okay. Tastes
Yeah.
fine, I would say. Not amazing, not awful.
Yeah. So we're almost out of time. I was thinking you must be really busy because you're teaching, you're doing Cambly, you've got your son as well, so he must be quite active. Does he keep you on your
Yeah,
toes?
he runs around everywhere. He keeps you quite busy.
Yeah. Oh, are you enjoying parenthood? Enjoying being?
I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice coming back from work and going to the park or just sitting reading a story or something.
Keeps us active as well. So thank you, Ryan. It's been such a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, you as well. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Take
Enjoy
care.
the rest
Have
of
a
your
good
day, Neetu.
weekend. Yeah, you too.
Bye-bye.